Okay, now if you're interested in the general operating procedures in backscattered mode, you should watch this video. Let's turn the beam on. On our video screen, we have our gold-coated spider. A lot of people might not be interested in these biological samples, so maybe geologists want to look at rock thin sections. So I have a thin section in this part of the stage. It's an igneous intrusive rock, so under stage control, I know it's in this area of the stage, so I'm going to click it, one click, and hit go, and we'll move over to the thin section, where currently our signal is secondary electron, which gives us topographical information of our sample. So this is what we see here. I'm going to hit auto contrast and brightness. Okay, and autofocus, see if this works. But the topographical information of a thin section isn't really that interesting because it's polished. So what a lot of people want to look at is change the signal to backscatter. So you do that by clicking here under signal and choose BEIW. Okay. Now the collection of backscattered electrons isn't as high as secondary electrons, so in scan 2 our image is going to be a little fuzzy, not that much collection, but you can still kind of navigate around in scan 2. But what you have to do is slow the scan rate down to scan 3, and then you'll get a much better image. And scan 3 is where I like to adjust the focus, contrast, and brightness to get a better image. So let's zoom in a bit. And as you notice, the collection is slow. As I zoom in, you're going to get lag time right around here. So you have to wait till the whole image loads up. Now, this is nice. Once we're in backscattered mode, we can see the density difference amongst phases in this rock sample. The lighter phases being much heavier than the light grayscale phases, the dark grayscale phases, I mean. This is because heavier elements tend to scatter backscatter electrons more efficiently, so there's more backscatter collection with higher atomic number elements than the darker shaded ones. Okay. We can zoom out. I like to navigate in scan 2 even though the image quality is poor. It's a TV scan rate, so we can move around and look at the different phases. And once I locate an area that I like, I'll hit scan 3. And then collect everything. Now, as far as acquiring an image and altering the contrast and brightness, it's the same instructions as in secondary electron mode. You left click and move around to adjust the fine contrast of the image, brightness. It's a little too bright. And then focus. Okay. Let's hit our ACB. Now, if we're satisfied, let's pretend we're satisfied with this image, we can hit freeze, and the image will show up on our main GUI screen, and we can save it just like we saved our SEI images. File, save image file as. Then we can put in thin section BSE for backscattered electrons. Alright, and we'd save it. We could also do a scan 4 image, collect the scan 4 image if we want to. If we want to go back to navigating, I could either hit scan 2 and move around just the same, navigate with the mouse cursors at the edge or the sides of each square, and then go to scan 3. Okay, and then I can choose to return the SEI mode just by clicking on the signal and going to SEI if I want to. Now keep in mind you might have to adjust the focus and the contrast and brightness if you do this. But so you can go back and forth, different samples as your basic introduction to backscattered electron imaging.